What's up guys, it's Selka and today I'll be talking about NFTperp. So I'm not affiliated with their project at all. I'm simply doing this video because I like the website, I like trading in it, and I feel like it will be pretty interesting for some of you that are trading cryptos but also NFTs. So for some that doesn't trade NFTs at all, I think it will still be interesting to see me talking about it, as I will be analyzing the top 5 market cap I think NFTs that they are providing to trade right there, but we'll get into it in a second. So for the people that are following me from some Discord group where I trade NFTs on a weekly basis, so I think this video will also help you out knowing about this project, but also trying to learn more about the method, the wave theory, or learn more about the technical analysis while trading NFTs. So let's get into it right now. So this is what it looks like when you get in the website. So basically this NFTperp right now is on a private beta, so it's not out yet. They plan on launching a token soon for the people that uses the platform. So the more you trade in it, the more you have trading volume, the more you are getting tokens. So this is coming pretty soon, but it's not super important right now. We want to see what it looks like and how you can trade NFTs basically with leverage, so on future, and make some profit out there. So you can check the website, link will be in the description down below, but we're more interested into the trading part, so we'll get into it right now. So basically you can paper trading, so this is super important. I used to paper trade a lot on TradingView, and it's super important when you try to backtest a method or backtest a strategy that you have. So for example, I'm currently using paper trading to backtest the method I use, the wave theory, into the NFT game. So if it is possible to trade the wave theory on NFTs, and from what I see as of right now, I think it is, but I'm still backtesting it to have a better clue of it's actually has a big win rate, so if it's actually accurate. But we'll get into it in a second, and I'll break down those 5 NFTs right now. But when you click on private beta, which is what I just clicked on, you get to see this page where you have the pro version and the light version. So the pro version is where you have the actual chart, so sorry it's loading right now, but you also have your position where you want to long or short the market. So it tell me to switch from Ethereum mainnet to Arbitrum. Usually, yeah, you need to switch to Arbitrum to trade into the platform, but for right now I won't click into it. I will simply show it to you as I'm not even logged in, right? But basically, yeah, it's on Arbitrum, so you need to trade on Arbitrum to have some liquid on Arbitrum if you want to trade the NFTs right there. But it doesn't matter. I think Arbitrum is doing pretty well lately, so it could also be a play to just have some funds in there and be trading other assets as well. But this is what it looks like. So this is the chart of Bored Ape Yacht Club. You can put it on whatever you want. It's basically TradingView charts. So if you want to put it on the 4-hour chart, you can, and this is the 4-hour chart, for example. So there's not a lot of data. So obviously Bored Ape was not born on November 22, but I think it is enough as of right now to be trading in the smaller time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour. But of course, the more it goes, the more the data will be available, and the more you'll be able to take long-term trades. But obviously this is right now just enough for the smaller time frame. So you have your position down below with the trade history on the trade that you took. For example, I took a small trade a few days ago. I took a small long and I got it with a small profit right there, but that's just an example, so I was just testing stuff out, but just to make sure that it's actually working, it's actually legit, because I was doing a lot of paper trading on it, but I was not actually trading. So for example, I made a trade recently and found out that that was actually good to do, and the profits goes right into your MetaMask, so it's actually working. And now funding payment This, I'm not super sure what this is about, but I'm not using it. I'm not watching it a lot. I'm simply making sure that my position is fine, and I took the right one, the right position, and I'm looking at the chart to see where I will exit or not. So there's not actually a way to put take profit and stop loss yet, but you got to keep in mind that this is a beta, so it's still being built every day, and I think those features will happen sooner or later. But now we're gonna get right into it. So I'm not gonna show everything about the website. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with them at all. I'm doing it just for fun and because I'm using this. But as you can see right there, those are the top ranked people that are trading it and making some PNL of it. And of course, these are the one that will get some tokens when they will be launching their token. All right, so it's on airdrop. You'll get an airdrop. And for those that don't know what's an airdrop, it's basically where you get money directly on your MetaMask. So you're just getting airdropped some money right on your account, where you can sell or buy or just hold if you believe in the project. All right, so I will let you look into that if you're interested. I don't mind skipping this part, but now let's get on the trading part, which is the most important, and I'll be analyzing the 5 NFT project, and I'll put that on the time code. So you guys, if you guys are interested in just learning more about the method, you can skip all the way to this part. And if you are into NFTs and want to know more about the project, then you can watch the whole video. So for Bored Ape Yacht Club, all right, Bored Ape Yacht Club, this is what I'm looking at as a structure. If actually the wave theory is working, and I think it is on the NFTs, still working, at least on the big market cap, and Bored Ape Yacht Club is probably the biggest market cap right there. I think this right there was a perfect flag to take up. This flag was perfect. I would actually take this flag if I'd see that on the Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's kind of, you have this impulse, so basically you have this clear impulse and you have this flag, and this is actually perfect. Taking a buy off that structure, especially when you have this impulse, it's perfect. So I'll check if I can zoom in. Yeah, I can actually zoom in, which is perfect. So give me a second, I'll do that. And yeah, so you see right there, this was a perfect flag actually, and having this flag made actually another pump, especially with the little impulse that you got right there, and the little flag just right there was a perfect opportunity to take a long of that. So after, I think this was a running flat to me that you get after, then another up move. But now the most interesting part is what we've got right there, which is a correction that is bigger than the last one. So let me see if I can simply use my pencil of that chart. So let me remove that, and you get to see right there, it's pretty clear. You have a drop, and this drop to me is an A move. Then you have an up move, and this up move to me is a B move, which looks pretty corrective. So you see it's pretty corrective, and then you get a drop that came and broke the low. So you broke that low right there, and this is now a C wave. So you see right there you have an A, B, C, and this is potentially a structure that is done. So to me, if this correction is done, we are gonna see Bored Ape Yacht Club floor price go up all the way to 84 Ethereum. All right, so these are Ethereum and these are the time. So basically I see this project going on above 83 Ethereum soon, and the reason why is that ABC structure, that regular flat that we know of, that we are trading on the actual Bitcoin and every other altcoin of trading view, and I think it will be the same for Bored Ape. So basically the method should work on NFTs because it is based off psychology, and I think people are still still trading the same way, thinking about the same thing when they trade NFTs as well. So if the floor goes down, they will buy back, and if they buy back, the one that missed to sell at the top will sell again, and that's why you get those 3 wave correction. So basically I'm still looking at this structure as a potential correction that will lead to an up move. Now in the smaller time frame, where to enter, and that's a good question. Now the trade I took was at the bottom, where I took the trade at the bottom just to try it out, and I came out somewhere right there. I exit somewhere right there. But now, if you want to seriously take this trade, I would probably wait for this to come down, make an ABC right there, which is probably what we're doing. All right, we have an impulse, we have a drop. This is an A move, this is a B move, the slow move up is a B move. Now this might go down, break the low, and then this will be an opportunity to take a trade. So either you buy right there, or you put an entry right there, which you can't really do. So maybe just wait for this to come up and then enter manually at the top right there, or near the top, to ride the trade all the way up to the top right there. So you can, of course, if you have the Ethereum, you can simply buy the Bored Ape and sell it on top, but now it's more about future and be able to trade this without having the liquidity. So what I would do is simply wait for this to retrace, complete this structure, and enter right there. So for Bored Ape, I expect this to come and break the top. So this is pretty clean. This is a regular flat that is pretty clean, so I would not be surprised if it goes like this. Now we're gonna go on the second one, which is Azuki. So I don't know which one of you guys know those projects, but I actually know a lot of people that are trading them, especially Milady. I think some people I know are holding it, the actual NFT. But being able to trade the market is actually a good idea, even better. So I think it's super interesting. And for those that think that NFT are dead, that it's impossible to trade anymore, it's not liquid, you're probably a bit right, but I don't think it's dead at all. I've been looking at the volume chart, and I think there's a pump that will most likely be happening. We just need the trigger element to get that pump going. But NFT are surely not dead. People have been building a lot of stuff every day, and we're gonna get to see some project fly in the next weeks, that's for sure. Now for this structure on Azuki, this is right there. I'll go with the pencil again. Sorry, I don't have the one that I usually use, but I think this will be enough. So you have this impulse. Now we're gonna skip this part right there because it's irrelevant. We don't have the data. This could be a structure that was not complete or just completed right there. But we know that this is an impulse, and this right there is most likely a range. So we're gonna take it as a correction. All right. Now, if that's a correction, you have the first step, which is like this, and came all the way down there. So this is your A wave, the first move, the first retracement. Now from what I see, you might have, so you might have this as a regular flat, this is as a B wave. So let me just put that away. So you have this as a B wave. All right, this three part is all a B wave. So your B wave is your most corrective wave, and this one is part of a three wave. So it's all right for seeing this. And then you have a drop and a small correction. I mean, it's not quite small, but it's still a correction before another drop. All right. So from what I see right there, this could be your regular flat could be completed of that. So you have your A, B, C, which complete your regular flat. All right. This last drop being the C wave. Now of that, this can surely come and retest the top. So I usually NFTs, just like crypto, have similar patterns for the top market cap project. This one is also similar to Bored Ape, even though the structure is a bit different, but it's still the same. This correction could be done. That's what you gotta keep in mind. This correction could be done with this A, B, C. Now it depends if it broke the top or not. I think it didn't, so the fact that it didn't can actually make the correction a bit bigger. All right, so let me just get it right there for you. So if this goes like this and then drop, it's still possible to have this because of the actual top right there not breaking this one. So I think not any top broke that one. So the fact that it didn't broke, it can still be on a regular running flat right there. So that's the hard part, which is, that's the hard part. The hardest part is to know if these tops broke. Actually, this one from what I see didn't break, and this one also. So you have a smaller A right there. All this can be part of a B with that drop also, so of a B right there. And this can come up like this before going down again and make a bigger channel, so bigger correction, which is at the end an ABC for a regular flat. So I don't know if you can clearly see it, but all this messy part will be part of the bigger B wave, which is the one I'm drawing right there. So all this is part of the B wave, then the drop for a C wave before the actual pump. So for this one, I think you can still be stuck in the correction, but there's some chance that this is done. Alright, this part is done. It will be some sort of triangle, alright, this right there. And then this will be your last drop, the C wave, before this going up. So I will still be looking for buys, and will probably take this setup as a buy setup. So it's right now, it's been cooking a buy setup right there, and it actually looks pretty good. So an entry right there, an entry, if it goes above this top, will be perfect to ride the trade all the way to the top. Alright, and it can take some weeks, like it can take just a few days, like you see right there. But this should come and retest the top, and if it doesn't, it will probably come back down and retest the top later. So you have to exit the trade somewhere right there and enter back at the bottom if you can. So for Azuki, I think this one is bullish as well. Looks pretty much like Bored Ape, but probably less cleaner. So I think Bored Ape is the cleanest right as of right now. We're gonna take a look at Milady right now. So this one, alright, let's see the 4-hour chart at first. So I think they have all the same data, so they don't have enough data too. But for this one, we can actually see what happened right there. And as you can see, this is one of those corrections that doesn't happen a lot. You have an impulse, a retracement, a small correction like this, another drop. And as you can see, this final drop right there didn't break the low, and this up move for the B wave didn't break the top. So you end up with an ABC that is basically a contracting flat. So it's where your C wave doesn't break the bottom of your A, and your B wave doesn't break the top of your main impulse. So this still leads to having another impulse that comes and break the top, but it doesn't break the A, like I said. So it's basically not a regular flat nor a running flat. So it's one of those corrections that doesn't happen a lot. Right now we're probably in the same situation. If you take this impulse from the bottom, you have this drop, probably an A move. You have this slow move up, which is actually looking really like a B wave, so I'm taking it as a B wave. And you have this small drop like this. Now it didn't break the bottom of the A, and you didn't break the top of the impulse with your B wave. So right now, as of right now, it is a contracting. Of course, contracting are the one that doesn't happen a lot, so it's harder to trade because this can turn out to be a running flat in the future. So if it breaks the top and go back down, you can still see that as a running flat, for example, and can simply range and go back down, break the low, and make a running flat instead, a regular flat instead. So that's why contracting are hard to trade. But knowing that the previous pattern just right there was a contracting, you can be going for a contracting and thinking that the asset like to do contracting and does contracting more than other flat, which is possible. So every assets have a certain flat, a certain corrective pattern that they do more than others. For example, Bitcoin is most likely regular flat. Ethereum, I see a lot of running flat. So knowing the past of the assets helps you out to know which correction will happen the most of the time, because behind those charts you have psychology and you have human being trading those assets, and that's why you most likely see the same correction happen again and again. So for this one, I could be going for the contracting as my main scenario, and that's why if this keeps ranging in this zone, I would probably take a buy. All right, above that top, take a buy and let it go to come and break the top and take some profits at the top. All right, now I don't think you can actually take partial profit, so I would literally exit the trade at the top and my stop loss where I will exit the trade also is at this low. So it will still be a good reward, risk to reward, and knowing the pattern as it does go sometime like this is a good idea. All right, now I'm not sure if you can take partial profit. I think you can if you short the market while you are on a long, but I'm not sure, so I'll have to check that. But you can simply just exit the trade if you're in positive. It doesn't matter, you're still taking a trade off those NFTs, and it's pretty good profits when it goes in the right direction. So Milady, that's where I'm looking at in terms of structure. Now Mutant Ape Yacht Club should be similar to Bored Ape, as they have the same founders, so Yuga Labs, for those that does know. Now we're gonna see in the 4-hour chart what it looks like. Alright, actually it doesn't really look like the structure, and you don't have enough data to see if that impulse came from the bottom, but let's say it came. Since I know the project, I know for a fact that it came from the bottom. Now there's two ways of seeing this. This move right there is not enough for me to call it a C wave. So this pattern, obviously, if the impulse came from the bottom, this is an A move, this first retracement, and this slow move is probably B, but I don't think the B is done. So why I say this is simply because see how this right there, this C wave is small compared to the actual A wave. So when you put this C wave like this, it's not even the third of the A wave, and that's why this is not enough to me. This is probably in fact a correction that is still going on, so it's probably a B wave that is still being still going on. All right, as this could probably also be an running flat right there, where you have your A move, all this your B move, and this your C move for another push up. So I think this will come up, break the top, and probably go down again. So it will make a regular flat, but later on. So going up with a little wave up, then coming back down, breaking this low before going up. So this one is probably the ugliest one from all the one I've seen, and I would not take a trade off that. It's pretty hard to trade into a B wave, and even harder when it doesn't look like that clean. So yeah, I still see this as a running flat. This is your A wave, this is your B wave on a 3-wave part, impulse, correction, impulse, then another wave, which is the C wave, and this will probably come up and break the top before going down again. So that's what I expect from Mutant. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I would skip this one if I was to trade NFTs. So I think there's only Punks that is left right now, and I'm curious to see this one. I think I haven't checked it yet, but also you gotta remember, you can see people trading this Punk with size and all the different size they've been trading. So it's basically the order tab, or I don't remember how you call it, but basically where you see all the orders. So for this one, alright, so for this one there is clearly not enough data because we don't know where the impulse came from, but I assume, knowing the project, I assume this came from the bottom like this. So if that's the case, this is your first retracement, the A move. This is what I count as a B wave because it's clearly the most corrective part with the range that you've got. It's not clearly the most corrective part simply because this, what you get right now, looks like a correction. But I'll take it as a B right now, and this as a C wave. So there's actually there's two scenarios for this one. This is most likely a range, alright, but you probably see, if I zoom in, you're probably gonna see a small impulse that happened before actually having those range. So let me just remove this. So you see this small impulse right there before having this range makes it that this will probably break towards the upside and break this top. Alright, now the thing is, what will happen after breaking the top? Then there's two scenarios. Probably another drop. Alright, it's possible, knowing that all this move looks like a range for this drop. This will probably lead to having another drop. but when the drop will happen, you'll probably get the up move that you're looking for later on. So there's a chance that you're stuck in this ABC right there, this range, for another drop before going up. So you'll have a drop, up move, drop, and then another up move. But there's also a chance where you have an up move and then a drop before going up. So I'll be looking at something similar to that right now, and all this knowing that the move comes from the bottom, of course. So you'll have to check on other charts, but I think it came from the bottom. So this is what I expect. Now, taking any trade in this zone could be interesting, but I don't think the asset is super interesting when you have other one that you can trade better. For example, Bored Ape and Azuki, I think they are really much better than this one. But it's interesting to see this type of pattern, and as we can see, these work just like the crypto one, with the same pattern as we know in the wave theory: small range, correction, and pulse, small correction, and pulse. And it often goes like this. Even on NFTs, the market moves like this simply because you have people taking profits, people having fear, and people being greedy on some moves, and so that's why it happens like this. But it's super interesting to see these patterns on NFTs. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and a comment. So I'm trying something new in my channel, introducing a little bit more about the wave theory. I'll also be talking about new project, new type of stuff, backtesting a lot on the NFT space, on the chart technical analysis of NFTs. I've been doing that for quite some time now, and I'm still backtesting it so I can prove that the method works on NFTs someday. And if you guys are interested, join the Discord down below. We are talking about crypto, but I also have a section dedicated to NFTs. So if you want to talk about NFTs, you can, and we can talk about the method as well and trade those NFTs together. So again, thanks for watching. Until the next time, take care.